Taro!
Yo!
And no, I did not just totally do the Taro transformation pose. So shall we? So, did I miss anything?
Nope, just started.
A and of course, Spider-Man's playing again. Hold on.
The Spider-Verse movie.
Yep.
I am looking forward to that.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can skip it.
I don't think you can skip Twitch ads.
I'm refreshing the page.
Oh, you know one way. You know a way so that you never have to deal with those ads again.
If you say ad blocker, I swear to God.
I was gonna say subscribe to my channel, but
Forget it. One moment. Okay, the ad's over finally. Anyway, guess who's getting a Gundam tomorrow?
you
Yes. I don't know which one to pick though, so I'll have to see what's there.
just pick whichever one you think looks the coolest, and whichever one you think would be easier to build.
You know what? Fair.
Because that's how I started. I picked what I thought was the coolest looking, and what I thought might be the most basic build for me to start with.
Fair enough, fair enough. All we need now is a resident Mekuman and we're set.
Hello, and welcome back to the stream. Vegas Bear here again with Taro.
What up,
Latios,
people of the internet?
Latios will be joining us shortly. We are back with Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus.
Not Ultra Kill, because that was weird.
Once I started to realize it was based off Dante's Inferno, things got weird.
Especially for a certain someone. I won't name the person. What?
Yeah, member of the Ultra Kill community graced our stream and proceeded to troll. Not in a way that would result in a ban, mind you.
They got lucky there. They were smart. They didn't mess with the bear.
Mm-hmm. So, as a heads up, we will be returning to
Man,
most of to just about every level we go
not
to
screaming no more. But I can still hear you.
after a certain point in game.
How short are the Wolfenstein games actually? I've noticed that they're shorter than most.
Um, I don't know, cause like this one has like a lot of replay value because you have to if you want to get everything, you have to go back through certain levels. I mean, the previous game was like that too, but I didn't care about the previous game as much as I do this one.
Why? Because this one's in America?
Next question.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We all know the reason.
The actual reason is that I like the hub area more.
You know what? Fair.
Because
Yo.
the Kraus Circle is cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but you only went there like a couple times, and it was treated as its own mission. And you only really got to interact with people like in like rare instances. But with this game, you go back after every level. You know what? Maybe this will work. You go back after.
Yeah, it sure worked alright.
Yeah, you go back after every level, and you can actually see the progress you've made with certain things like collectibles. Plus, there's more interaction with characters in the hub area.
Yeah, Blasco. Find your way through the bombed out city and reach the state building. The faster the better.
Would you
Find
like
us
to
out.
hear this sort of Garo story I made?
Sure.
Okay. So, basically, starts off with twin brothers. One twin brother unfortunately getting possessed by a horror. Horror poses this twin brother for the longest of times. Basically making the other twin brother exiled for the frame for by getting them framed as the killer of the king, aka their father.
Ooh, that's not good.
He gets exiled, and the current Garo of that moment, took twin brother under his wing.
Okay.
Of course, something happens, and twin brother ends up becoming Garo.
Of course.
The previous one isn't dead, just retired.
Does he get to keep his memories though?
He kind of does, since Himron marries the Monkai priestess assigned to him.
I'm making a Geats joke.
See, I'm tired. Hush. Though memory play does come in when it gets to somewhat of the modern era. I say somewhat because the time this man gets sent to, along with another Makai Knight, who is actually a beast man, gets sent to the year 2011.
Interesting.
They meet the current Garo of that year, aka grandchild of Beastman, and the current Garo's cousin.
Wait, grandchild of the Beastman?
Yeah, grandchild of the beast. Yeah. See, what happened was, because as the years went by, the Beastman DNA sort of went on a decline.
Okay.
Yeah. So they get sent back to their own time, and Brother finds out why. Brother finds out why his twin decided to exile him. He found out he was framed, and then he also found out that dear old brother was possessed by horror this whole time.
Oh, lovely.
Here's the twist. It was a possession in the terms of, while yes, the horror had control over all of movements and the speed and voice lines, basically. He didn't have full control. The brother, after being saved, was upset over what he has caused, because he feels responsible for everything he's done while the horror was possessing him.
Okay.
Back 2011, Christ, Watch Dogs decide to try to pull a fast one over their own order members.
As per usual.
And make artificial horrors.
Didn't someone try to do that once?
Wait, what? Really?
I could have sworn someone tried to do that in canon.
Sorry, say that again? I couldn't catch last part.
I could have sworn someone tried to do that in canon.
Huh. So either I watched that and forgot about it, it's just been in the back of my mind, or I never knew of that part. But yeah, artificial horrors, out of their own members, they tried it once, that failed, the horror and the human that they were residing in eventually split as the granddaughter of the beastman from before gained the ability to basically separate them.
Okay.
And what else? They tried it again with the actual Garo too. That didn't go well.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine it would.
They end up all the watchdogs that caused it end up biting the bullet. Then a new threat comes along.
Uh-oh.
An artificial horror Makai priestess and a knight that isn't artificial horror. It's just there to protect her.
Okay. Excuse me.
You're probably thinking, how bad could this Makai priestess actually be?
Well, I mean, considering, like, what I know about the Garo lore, probably really fucking bad.
Yes.
Like, I know, from what I remember of Garo lore, like, there's a number of different villains. Some are killed off and never seen again. Others occasionally come back. But regardless, they're all still really bad news. Which is something I like. It's not like, oh, this villain is weaker than the previous villains. Like, no, each villain in their own regard is strong, is a threat in their own way. And it doesn't matter if it's a corrupted Makai Knight or a corrupted Makai Priestess. Because in Garo Season 2, Koga Season 2, one of the villains was, surprise, surprise, a Makai Priest. Granted, he wasn't an artificial horror or a horror at all. He just hated the Order.
Fair. I mean, after the stuff Watch Dogs have pulled, I don't blame him. But yeah. No. You know the funny thing is?
What?
Just because the knight wasn't an artificial horror like the monkey. Hey, Latias. Like the priestess, doesn't mean the watchdogs didn't mess him up in some way, shape, or form. They wiped his memories of having a sister, that sister being the artificial Makai priest is.
Lovely! It reminds me of Majestic Prince, the one with the red 5, blue 1, and all that.
Yeah, the
they had their memories erased. I'm like, is this ethical?
Currently, what's happening right now in the story is the Makai Knight, who was with the artificial horror, just found out about sister being the one he's fighting one he's been fighting this whole time.
Hi, Latios.
Hey, Latias.
Hello, do you how do?
Taro was just telling me about his Garo story.
Should get to work.
I'm not gonna go back through it again because I feel like
Just progress. I'm already lost anyway.
So, let me just say this. Garo basically M-rated Power Rangers.
I'm aware of Garo and what the
Work on
basic
upgrading
premise
my
therein
weapons.
is being that.
Okay.
I mean, hell, Jam Project did a theme for them, crying out loud.
They do not just a theme, they do all the themes for Garo.
Wait, all of them? Including, Garo are online?
Yes. Usually, I don't know if it's changed, but back in the day, they would have like one opening that had like no lyrics, and then the second opening would be a Jam Project song made specifically for the show. And like Jam Project has always made a song for Garo.
Well, of course. I mean, it's Jam Project's music, baby.
Pretty much.
Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, bruh, big bro Magai Knight, currently fighting horrified Magai Priestess sister in the hopes of getting her back.
Right.
She's mopping the floor with Garo, with other Makai Knights, with the two horrors that became good guys. Yes, that happened.
I'm curious as to how that happened. Like, don't eat people. Okay.
So basically, both Ali and Iram, Ali being the failed attempt at a at a horrified Makai Knight, Iram being basically reborn as a horror with a soul.
Isn't that an oxymoron?
It is, but and again, it is, but then again, there's also me trying to word. Basically, human got infected with like a horror's bite. Yes, I'm going that route. Fight me. And
I'm not saying nothing.
and before it can take full effect, because it bit the human in the leg. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it up into the imagination what you think would happen next.
Standard zombie protocol. Chop off the
Yep.
leg.
Yep. That didn't stop the horror, because it basically starfished a new body from that leg. Basically starfished a new body from
No, see, what I thought you were gonna say was it starfished a new leg for the body for the body. And it's like it didn't even matter if you cut it off, it just grew back. Like if that ever happens in zombie fiction, we're fucked.
But yeah, and that's how Iram was born with a soul.
Because he starfished off of someone's body.
Yes.
Interesting. Not what I would expect, but okay.
I'm taking a look at the new Gundam 00 Diver thing for the Gundam built metaverse, whatever that's going on, and I'm seeing a lot of Gundam Age in there.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Like, I'm sending the images to our Facebook now. Like, tell me that thing's torso doesn't kind of look like the Age 2 Magnum.
Let's see here.
I can't believe I got that reaction from you the second I said that.
It kind of looks like the H2 Magnum, but you know what it makes me think of? Specifically the middle of the chest?
What?
The Double Zeta Gundam.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing it now, too. Like, that looks like the freaking High Mega Cannon from the Double Zeta's head.
Yeah.
But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Oh. So, you wanna know something that even more messed up?
than the fucking starfish horror.
Basically,
Flashback
yeah.
to the bottom horror from that.
Oh
Say that again?
god.
No, I don't think I will.
Thank you for reminding me that that exists, by the way.
You're welcome.
I'd almost completely forgotten about that.
I didn't exactly hear it.
The Bikini Bottom
wanna
horror.
know.
I shouldn't have asked. I should not have asked.
I warned you.
All I said was Bikini Bottom horror.
Okay, listen. Anything to do with a cartoon and horror is usually something pretty fizzed up.
Should I also
It's
mention?
to effectively a Lovecraftian in horror. So
I was about to say, should I mention it also involves Lovecraftian horror?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop you right there and continue with Garo, okay?
The other type of Lovecraftian horror.
So
At least
for
with
what
Garo is a way to
other-
defend against that. With Cthulhu, you got nothing.
Not entirely true. I mean, granted, the people in the 1920s would have no way to fight against Cthulhu. I'll give you that. But I mean, I'm pretty sure people of 2023 could nuke that sucker from orbit.
No. You want to fight Cthulhu in 2023? Just show it social media.
Ah! Cthulhu rises from the depths. Someone gets a Cthulhu-sized smartphone. It just shows him social media. He's like, I don't even need to be here.
My job's done.
I don't even need to be here. You're already driving yourselves crazy.
Anyway, basically, where was I? Oh yes. So, to end off things with the watchdog topic, they offed the parents of the current Garo, the Garo's cousin, and the Beastman's great-great-grandchild.
Lovely.
This is basically the stupidest way I could actually demonstrate this, but I think I've approximated the height of the new Armada Prime Super Mode using other bots for the size comparison.
Alright.
Because
And here,
I've seen people compare the Earthrise Prime to the Super Mode, and the top of his head barely came up to the Super Mode's waist. So, like, that's the closest approximation I could do.
Alright. Taro, you were saying?
here's the cherry on the cake. They then revived Garo's mama, and basically turning her into a watchdog as well. I do not know how the whole watchdog thing works, so I'm just gonna roll with it. And they basically said, "Hey, we revived you and all, but you're no longer you're not allowed to talk to your child."
Bless you.
That's you.
Excuse me. Sorry, there's a lot of bullshit in the air today.
Please, you.
No, I'm talking about the fucking watchdogs.
But yeah, they basically said, "Yeah, we revived you and all, but you're no longer allowed to talk to your child."
Which is bullshit.
You're not even allowed to tell them that you're here.
That is bullshit.
It's the watchdogs. What do you expect?
For them to do their fucking jobs.
The one thing don't never do. But yeah, the whole reason I brought this up was to cycle into a certain Gundam opening.
What?
Okay, so I watched all three of the Tanuki girls Gundam show openings.
Mm-hmm.
The first one reminded me of poor twin getting pseudo possessed by a horror. Second one reminded me of the Watch Dogs arc, and the third one with those two. I don't know their names. One of them wants to be Soletta's sister.
I don't know. I haven't.
Without giving spoilers.
I haven't even really watched season 2 yet. Technically, I haven't even finished season 1.
Oh. But yeah, the third one reminded me of the horror hybrid Makai priestess and the knight she was with this whole time.
Okay.
I don't know why my brain instantly went to that, and I just started laughing.
I will say this much without spoiling much. Our friendly neighborhood Tanuki's not in a very good place right now.
Oh yeah, I know. The Cast Ranger server that me and Bear are in has spoiled me quite a lot.
They got a shit-posting group I'm a part of spoiled basically all of season 2 for me.
That's enough. Anyway, enough about demonic entities that roam the darkness of the night. Let's watch Bear kill demonic entities that roam the darkness of the night.
You mean Nazis?
I mean, with what they did, do you blame me in calling them demonic entities?
You know what? Fair enough.
I'm not surprised if in the terms of
Crocodile! Crocodile! I thought that was a myth!
crocodile in the sewer.
I thought that shit was a myth!
For a second, that turned into a floaty. I was half tempted to tell you to jump onto it.
Holy shit!
Anyway, I'm not surprised if, in terms of Garo lore, a few Nazis were horrors.
Actually, at the very least, I know in,
Sure, at least a few of them were vampires.
I know there was, see, in the first episode of season 2, there was a horror that was created from a lighter that was owned by a Nazi. It turned into a gate. I think I'm using the terminology correctly.
I believe they're called gates.
And
unless we're a wizard.
Yeah. And the Nazi would would light up a cigarette every time he killed someone. I think he was like an officer or something, but it eventually ended up in a pawn shop where it was later stolen by a thief. And the thief was turned into the horror. He was possessed.
honestly, with with you know who's fixations on the supernatural, I would not be surprised if at one point in Garo, if it ever returns, like I'm talking about live action Garo, if it ever returns,
Right.
they mentioned something like a previous Garo during World War II killed this Nazi with a mustache that turned into a horror.
In a secret bunker as he was feeding off a blonde-haired woman.
I can sense that in many universes right now, there's a storm of karma brewing.
Okay, train's got
Because-
power.
I wish
Let's
I
find the
wish live
controls
action
and see
Garo
if
would
it
return.
moves.
Same.
When was the last one again? 2018? 19?
You know what I wish would happen?
What?
An English dubbed Gundam series airing on Toonami again. We haven't had that since Gundam The Origin. Like Gundam The Origin and IBO Season 2.
Well, hopefully we'll get Witch from Mercury. Also, I know that Build Divers and Re-Rise got English dubs, but they're on the Gundam info channel.
Like, I know. I've been watching the English dub of Re-Rise with his Kraken.
Ah.
Kraken is saying that, yeah, Red fancies himself a hero, so, but at this point he's a badly failed Kazumi.
Yep. A badly failed Kazumi.
Actually, you know what I just realized?
That the Earth is round?
Hmm?
Nothing.
I realized that, they said
Water's
Gara was the strongest Makai Knight, right?
But who?
They said Gara was the strongest Makai Knight.
Yes.
But then, what about that one movie when, what's his name? The one with, Grandpa Garrow,
Ignore the pain.
Papa Garrow.
Ain't dead.
And Raiga?
Keep moving.
Yes.
William, do you read?
Are you talking about
If you are
Kiba?
on Fifth Avenue, the state building should
Kiba,
be
that's
near.
him.
He was the villain of season 1.
It's been so long, I couldn't remember his name. Yeah.
Dude just got a fucking power up.
I know that. But then he claimed that the armor he fused with was also the strongest. So
Garo is the strongest active Makai Knight.
okay, glad I cleared that up.
When you try to find the crouch button, but you throw a tomahawk instead.
Get that tomahawk!
Get tomahawk! Boomerang!
Get up! Bonk.
Get bonk!
I still find it funny that we just started doing the, what was the name you called it, Latios? Get bees?
The getter zombies.
They're zombies, yeah. Get these. Converters, I don't remember anymore.
I find it funny that we just started doing voices for them.
And then we
fun.
then we start. Yeah, it was fun at first, and then we had to stop because it was hurting our throats.
Which is
Like-
fair.
Genuine respect to the people who voice act and do that kind of shit for a living, because, like, woo!
I want to, honestly. I really want to.
But I also imagine that, like there's a script that they follow, and like here we're just making it up as we go along, and like they have like
They follow and they have to have proper direction in order to get the right sound.
yep, like we just made the getter zombie sound up, but like I'm sure that like if it was an actual anime, they would just like have like they would fuse sounds from like a library of noises.
Yeah, more than likely.
The save actors throats. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, what they do with most monster voices in kaiju stuff is like they have a library of different noises that they mix together, and hell, Godzilla's original roar was a guy taking a rubber glove and just rubbing it on violin strings.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mama,
people got
Huh.
creative
you showed me
back then.
postcards from your family in New York City. Wanted to go there. Just you and me.
I'd love to have been there for the time where the people behind the Transformers Generation 1 cartoon, the Sunbow cartoon, I'd love to have been there when they first created the transformation sound.
Oh yeah. Like they had no idea what they were making was going to be so iconic.
To be fair, you could say the same thing of Transformers in general at the time.
I mean, you know what? Fair enough.
Though they might have had some inkling, because the 1986 movie was in production since even before the first episodes of the cartoon hit the air.
Wow.
Hey, Sparta.
Sparta!
Oh, what's up, Sparta?
Dude, it's been too long. How have you been, man? As you can see, I now have unpaid interns.
You're still going with that.
Yes.
Hold on, I need to check if you actually made the rolls.
No, I didn't. Not yet.
Not yet.
Hated memes in general fun. I don't know about you guys.
You get paid in memes? I
Hello,
get
big boy.
I get
Come to test the
paid
old
with
man's
rubber
metal.
shoes.
Oh yeah, I don't know who's giving you rubber shoes, but it's definitely not me. I can't even afford rubber shoes. Alright, so I don't think I can fight that. Barely alive, but still alive. I mean, hey, as long as you're still alive and kicking, man.
At least
least you're more alive than the getter zombie things we were fighting last episode.
Yeah, we were fighting some fucking getter robot zombies. Not in this game, obviously, but I mean...
Those were a pain, and I'm still sticking to the fact that if any of the main character robots got too close, those pilots would only be able to say "get" for a month. I mean, do you blame me with that green smoke coming out after they died?
That's just getter rays.
Oh, you played, Honkai? Sparta?
Damn.
I play well, not really as much anymore, but I play Genshin, Star Rail, and, Tower Fantasy.
All of which just looks like Genshin to me.
Gamist?
No, it's not that I'm a gamist.
One of the mecha pilots gets to the med bay sometime after being exposed to getter rays of the zombie getter explosion.
It's not that I'm a gamist, it's that I'm getting old.
The medical officers ask, okay, what seems to be the problem? And the pilot just blurts out, I don't care which pilot, but just blurt out, help me, I haven't been fully conscious in 2 weeks!
Say that again?
Help me, I haven't been fully conscious in 2 weeks. Not just getting exposed to getter rays.
Feel like my guts are falling out. Dead man walking.
Okay, let's see your luck, Sparta.
Nice.
Let's see this then. Where exactly did you post them?
Should get to work on upgrading my weapons.
Find a way to reach the top of the state building and make contact with the resistance group. Look for elevators, stairs, anything. The radiation levels should be acceptable at the top of the building.
Your voice, Sonya. Every
I'm
second.
lost. Did you post them
glory.
or?
Let me see. Doesn't look like he did. Where? Okay, you never dropped the picture.
I'm so confused. Like, You said you're gonna drop the pictures and say that explains to me how that ain't luck, but I don't see them to say it ain't luck. Okay.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious. I don't know. Okay, I don't really know that much of Honkai as much as I do Genshin, COF, or Star Rail, but pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Web will know what the hell, who the hell they are and how lucky they are. Anyway, so how's your day been, man?
My day's been good. I woke up around 11 today, which I'm happy about because for the last month I've been waking up at 8 in the morning.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know, but I enjoyed the extra hours of sleep.
You know what? Fair. Usually I would just wake up at 4 or 5.
Waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning, like, that disgusts me.
Why does it disgust you?
Having to wake up that early?
Listen.
Look, I'm not saying. Look, I'm not.
What?
It's not a remark against you. Like, it's not a remark against you. It's just the idea of waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning is disgusting.
And I've been doing it for so long now. I'm kind of just used to it. I get my full energy.
I used to do that in.
Wake up at all? I just don't sleep.
Oh. I used to wake up that early for school, and like after I left high school, I was like, after high school, I was like, oh, thank God, I don't have to wake up early anymore.
Stay calm. Let me first make it absolutely clear that I am not a Nazi.
Dropped it, lads, said Sparta.
I'm not a Nazi. I'm not a Nazi.
I can see
You're
that.
wearing a white-ass
How in
fascist
the
tattoo.
hell
You're
did you
not
get
colored, you're a
her?
deviant. Are you sure as hell ain't colored? So you trying to pass as a deviant? He look like a deviant to you, Sister Grace?
Nope.
Hang on. I may not be a deviant.
Okay,
God, I
for
told you,
context,
goddamn Nazi.
Bear, since I know you don't know anything about Gotcha at all.
I know enough about Gotcha that I don't like Gotcha.
I ain't no goddamn
No.
Nazi.
I mean, we have to put up with that shit in Gundam Battle Operations
right
2.
now, or I will shove this grenade so far up your ass, I'll be dancing and rejoicing as your entrails
Fair
trickle
enough.
down from the
Okay,
ceiling.
let me
You dig,
explain it in
man?
the terms that most likely.
I got precious little time for your bullshit.
Okay,
We've been trying to make
so,
contact with your group. We're
Think of the
organizing for
Hersher of
revolution.
finality
We,
as
Chrysal Circle.
especially escort this motherfucker inside the
think
house.
of the
to get our
Hersher of
hot meal.
finality
Let me put this pen back
as
in.
taking Evolt's black hole. Evolt's black hole from Common Rare Build.
Oh God.
Relax, man.
Yeah.
It's just a duck.
Oh, bitch got a sixth sense
recipe.
Hey,
Ain't got no spoon.
babe!
Thanks.
I didn't realize you were awake.
Hi, Webb.
So what's
I
with the chicken fence? Chicken
That's
my Faraday cage.
So,
huh? You dig?
one of
It
Bear's
keeps
friends,
the Nazi
Bear's
alien
friends,
conspiracy from finding us.
who's
I must have two
plays
by million
Honkai, got
goddamn
harsher of
bastards.
finality.
Baby.
Bye, Sparta.
Do you mind?
Bye, dude.
see you, Sparta.
You were here when the bomb hit.
And I was just explaining to Bear since he gotcha how powerful finality is really.
You know what I'm saying? I remember Maine people just wandering through the smoke.
Funny that she mentions Dante Inferno.
Screams echoing through the bombed-out buildings like howling ghosts. And I remember his mother and son. This boy was blindly stumbling through the chaos. His arms were outstretched, calling out for his mama. And the heat from the
Exactly.
bomb
Yes.
melted the skin on his arms, and they just
Yeah, I forgot to mention there's 3 of them.
like he was wearing a shirt that was a couple of sizes too big.
Funny enough,
Yeah, I
actually,
remember his mom.
one of them has a mask and the other one does the rider
She
kick.
was crawling to get to him, and the half of her body was all gone. It was just
Which one was Prometheus again? Was
gone.
that Branya or May?
What are you thinking in a moment like that? When you know you're losing everything you love.
Oh, yeah, best girl.
What are you thinking in a moment like that, huh? Shit. That's gonna leave a mark.
Monsters did.
The fact that she didn't feel
Yeah,
that.
monsters. Man,
The rope will run you from the past. Exactly.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mr. Blazkowicz. For a little I spoke with Caroline, she seemed like a hell of a woman.
She had balls of steel.
Balls. Why is it that balls are always used as some fucking
I'm gonna be honest, though.
definition of badassery?
I wouldn't even be
Small, little,
putting a
delicate
cigarette anywhere
things.
near a child.
Resting all snug and warm and cozy and
Sid.
comfortable in their little wrinkly wrapper of fucking skin. Shit.
I don't know how to
It's
feel.
a mystery.
I don't know how to feel about
What's not a
Grace.
mystery is the sweet juice they produce.
Yeah, I got a couple of my own on the way. Cute little guy.
It's a girl.
Oh, sorry.
What are you sorry for? What's up, Special?
This pig's lots of them coming up the stairs. They're a fucking army.
Shit, the fuckers found us. Well, you got an escape strategy, Mr. Blazkowicz?
Anya, we're gonna need immediate evac.
Understood, William. Dispatching Has
But-
1 and
but yeah.
Has 2 for immediate
When
extraction.
I was like,
Copy. Move your people to the roof. I'll stall the Nazis until
not
I
a
arrive.
baby, but a toddler, really. When I was that
I need
guy,
everybody to get
my-
up to the roof now. We're
both my
evacuating.
parents,
And bring all the equipment you can carry.
both my
Come on,
parents
hustle,
did
people.
smoke and I gave it up.
Get your shit.
You cool?
Just make sure your people make it out.
Because I had severe case of asthma at the time.
Your parents both gave up
Come and
you when you were
fucking get me,
infant.
white
I'm
ass,
almost 30.
fascist Nazi
My eldest
pig.
sister is in the 35-ish range, and my dad, even though his life is on the line, still can't give it up.
It's a hard crutch to kick.
Tell me about it. One of my teachers, who said they were going to give it up, is still going. Smoking. Cigarettes.
My grandmother never stopped smoking cigarettes, but it wasn't the cigarettes that got her. It was colon cancer.
Ooh.
She lived a long life, though.
That's fair enough, but
Like-
still.
Like, all the shit she did and went through, and it wasn't, like, it was none of that, it was none of the cigarettes, it was colon cancer that finally did her in.
Because no one expects that at this position.
Wait, when did you just wake up, babe? Did you just wake up? Okay, you cannot tell me that this man is not classed as a common writer anymore.
Who? Blazkowicz?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
He's
he...
wearing a suit. He's equipped with weaponry that's far advanced for its time.
It's also derived from enemy technology.
And he's currently fighting back against
Oh my god, he's a Power Ranger.
he's currently fighting back against the people who now that I think about it,
Caroline.
wasn't Shocker made by Nazis?
Another angel.
Yes. Former Nazis, but yes.
I'm still remembering Starfish Hitler.
Nothing to get worked up over, old
I
man.
hated that monster so much.
About 1,000 feet to the ground.
Yes, babe. There was such a monster called Starfish Hitler. Wait, what happened to that man's arm?
We gotta save
Fergus's?
this place.
Yeah.
It was cut off in the beginning of the game.
American people. Ignite a revolution.
Did I miss that, or
We've been fighting
I don't
every
know.
motherfucking day, Blazkowicz.
I'm gonna be honest. I most likely have blanked out.
Giving in. See, I guess they don't have the fighting spirit no more. Nah, they just do whatever the fucking Fuhrer tells them to do.
That's baloney. They want to fight the Nazis just as much as we do. All they need is for someone to show them how.
You
Yeah,
know who's
the
running
man's
the South
wearing a suit.
after the Nazis took over? The Ku
Futuristic
Klux
technology
motherfucking Klan,
made
am I right?
made by his
So
enemies.
what you gonna do? You gonna go down there and hold hands with them and build bridges and persuade them to join our cause?
Made
Get
by
your
the
head out your
guys who
ass, Blazkowicz.
made by
Forget
the
about the
guys who
turncoats. Focus on the grassroots.
would have if I think now that I think about it, go on to create Shocker.
Oh my God. Can't even stand up on my own accord no more.
I've seen worse.
Maybe you're right. Maybe the American people grew comfortable living
This
under
all this
tyranny.
man needs to do now
Maybe the Nazis will still be running the show after I kick the bucket.
is sit his butt down on a bike and start riding as he's suiting up.
But I know this.
Speaking of suiting up, actually,
You
I
take
watched
freedom away from the
Shin
American
Kamen
people,
Rider's
you play with fire.
Transformation.
And I intend to pour some
I
gasoline.
loved it.
People gotta know they don't have to take this shit no more.
The way
And if nothing else,
the
that's what I'm
bike
gonna
and
do
the suit
before I go.
See, that's what I'm talking about,
appears is
Blazkowicz.
absolutely
You
spectacular.
wanna strike fear in the Nazis? You wanna hit them hard for all to see? You wanna cause some real motherfucking havoc? Well, then you come to the right woman. So if you still got some Nazi fighting, killing skills up in you, then guess what? I got a plan that's gonna send shockwaves throughout the nation.
Oh shit! Is this the one where I go home to Roswell?
Show you right.
What do you think about this, Schmendlik? I think I got you now, my little golem.
Thanks, Hus.
Hey, there's Best Boy.
So this is where all the decisions are made. Huh. We're gonna need a room to sleep nearby.
Big guts and bigger guns.
This one looks empty. Super Smash! Hey, Englishman. I'm
While
gonna need a
Bear
new
playing
home
his
for my people.
Wolfenstein there,
Power outlets,
I'm
radio
playing Doom
access, and fan.
2016.
You got it?
Please.
Say what?
Please. You ask for something, you say please. And don't fucking call me Englishman.
Okay, you want to step to me, motherfucker? You want to get shit done? Cause I'm game either way.
Why not? Absolutely no control
I,
over it. Happy to oblige.
I love.
Good, boss?
We bunking in here.
I love how his arm immediately went up with the finger and he just put it down.
Listen up, brothers and sisters. The touchy Englishman is gonna show you where to set up shop. After that, I want you to look around, find a place to bunk in, get to know the boat folk, and hey, don't start no shit. But don't
It's like
take
his
none either.
it's like his arm has alien syndrome.
Yeah.
What the kind lady said. Follow me.
You got nukes on this boat?
Yes, we do. There's a stockpile of nuclear warheads.
I
That's
feel
vessel
awful
section
for
F.
those who actually have
We need
alien
to get our
syndrome, by
hands
the
on
way.
one of those.
Like,
But we've sealed off the entrance to section F. Because it's been flooded so many
there's
times.
minding their own business, and all of a
Last
sudden their
week, you
arm
know how
wants
to
to reach
swim?
out and smack someone on its own.
Also, I like Webb saying, "I like her."
What the fuck is this?
I mean, fair.
I said, what the fuck is this, man? Is this a working toilet I see before me? Handle toward my hand?
Yes. Yes, this toilet.
Ah, good old revolution.
Waste, feces, urine, vomitus, you name it.
Do you have asswipe?
Hey, don't hate me for this one,
Yes,
but
yes. Of course, we need to mind our rations a little bit.
Don't you
but
mean
there
a-
is S-wipe in
Oh,
there.
God. Oh, my
don't you
God.
mean a
Oh,
sick
my
kind of
sweet.
revolution?
A working mother flushing toilet. I never thought I'd see the day. It's just, okay.
Yo ho hoy,
Okay.
give me my
I'm just gonna
changer
be in here
back.
for a minute.
Good luck.
We need that nuclear warhead from section F. Go get it, would you? Thanks.
Too early for the references. Okay, no, you gave me that one. Let me have it at least. Didn't you kill her in the last game?
No, she survived. No, there.
That bitch survived?
No, because we never actually killed her. There was a machine that like ripped part of her jaw off. And like she was the one that attacked the our old headquarters and captured most of our people.
Oh.
And yeah, she ended up surviving because like the final boss at the end of the first game was Death's Head.
Checkmate.
So, so I found out what was going on earlier, babe, in terms of Wi-Fi. Apparently, there was something happened that caused the entire. Okay, first of all, I don't like this man.
No, first of all, Set's just upset because Max beat him.
Can't just let the poor child have the win.
Like, first of all, like, I mean, like, Max is a good boy. I'm not going to dispute that. But Set also can't take the fact that Max beat him in a game of chess.
Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, something happened with the internet all over on our side. That's why things were a bit hecky. Cause I tried to load yesterday's Switch
My friend Gina was
Twitch
an
stream
expert engineer.
3 times and it
Taught me
never
all I
did.
know. God knows
It was that bad.
Damn.
Good to see you, Captain.
Just appalling what happened to Manhattan. An open wound on the American soul that will never heal.
Also, I like this. Wolfstone 3D. It is essentially Wolfenstein.
These graphics sure are realistic. Feel like I'm inside the
That
game.
and the fact that what Moon was trying to send, yes, it was Nitro. But Moon was trying to send me a version of Nitro that I had to actually pay for. Yeah. So they stopped with the Dreamscape version, or?
Yeah, instead there's just an arcade machine that plays an alternate universe version of Wolfenstein. Where you're playing as a blonde-haired, blue-eyes German soldier fighting against the Americans in the Kraus Circle.
I see.
I'm surprised I didn't throw this thing overboard.
I'm also surprised. I remember there being a secret here in the Dreamscape
It don't
version.
matter how fun that game supposedly is, that thing is bad for morale.
Yeah, especially considering the bosses are members of the Kraus Circle. Like, one of the bosses is Anya.
Okay. Not about throwing it overboard. I'm actually surprised they left that thing plugged in.
Yeah, that power could go to better use.
They are in a nuclear submarine.
You mean the sub itself is nuclear powered, or that it's equipped for nuclear attack?
Both.
Head back down to the hidden entrance.
I will
in the
accept
locker
this,
room.
it is a fantasy realm.
Grace needs a nuclear warhead from the stockpile in section F.
It's a fantasy realm that will never happen.
Thanks to miscellaneous gods.
Thank God things lined up just enough so that things didn't go this way.
Let's be honest though. Let's be honest though, really. If this sort of thing happens currently, I don't think it would be around for very long due to Twitter alone.
What?
If the events of Wolfenstein happened if the events of Wolfenstein happened currently, like, I don't think it'll be going on for very long due to getting roasted on Twitter.
Bold of you to assume Twitter wouldn't just spontaneously shut down.
Or just side with the Nazis.
You know what? Fair.
After all, you know there's nothing good over there.
Fair enough. I'll just stay quiet now.
Like, if we could weaponize social media like that, that'd be freaking terrifying. Why does the private jet have a death laser? I moved on to Power Wash Simulator, by the way.
Oh my god! I fucking love Power Wash Simulator. Also, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Good point. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think all the Wolfenstein games are actually on Game Pass for download, so I might give them a try.
I know at least all the machine game ones are. Those are the ones I'm playing. I don't know about I don't know about the rest of them.
So, in Tears of the Kingdom, I am very close to the end, if only because I think I moved before I was ready.
Alright.
I'm at like this one spot before you can fight the final boss. All your allies show up. You have to survive multiple waves. But I've already lost half my health to the gloom, and I don't have any more food that undoes gloom damage.
Fuck.
So I have like roughly 6 hearts to survive with. I found that just running in circles and trying not to get hit worked pretty well. Everybody else can do the fighting for me, but like it feels hollow.
Especially if you are fighting, like if you're up against like the final boss.
At this point, it's just Ganondorf's army. He's not here himself yet. I hold no delusions. I am certain I'm gonna keep dying and keep losing, so I'm just gonna have to leave and come back later.
More than likely, yes.
Unlike a certain someone who has delusions of changing a certain plot detail.
Oh. See, I don't know if he is delusional. Because I feel like...
He's in denial.
I don't know, I feel like... I can't say anything without spoiling anything, so I'm just gonna keep my trap shut. And I don't...
I've been trying to dance around it too.
Huh?
I've been trying to dance around it too. Suffice to say, I don't think that plot point's gonna get undone.
Part of me wants to think it will, because it would be too dark for Nintendo to just leave it at that.
If they have the guts to do it, though, I do agree. If they had the guts to do it, this would be the darkest game since Majora's Mask.
Yeah!
Since Twilight Princess, more accurately, I think, because it was among the darkest.
Definitely. It definitely had a darker tone.
Because at the time, people didn't know what they wanted and thought they wanted dark and edgy. When really, we should have been leaning more into the Wind Waker style of bright and colorful with deceptive horror.
I was just about to say, Wind Waker still had some moments.
Yeah, but because of its art style and the way it presented itself, the horror hit harder.
Yep. Just the opening alone gave me chills, because it's like... The opening alone gave me chills, because it's like... Yeah, you remember the timeline the adult Link left behind in Ocarina of Time? Yeah.
I'm aware. This is that timeline.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, the intro is like, hey, you remember this era adult Link left behind? Yeah, Ganon came back, and then the place got flooded. Millions died.
The Zora fish people somehow turned into Vito bird people.
I am confused as to how that evolution took place.
Simply put, if the water was something they were not adapted to surviving in, they might have just changed to survive.
Because, I mean, like...
For freshwater Zora, they could have not been used to seawater.
That is true, because in Ocarina of Time, there was no ocean, there was just a lake. It's entirely possible they were freshwater Zora. That's why they eventually evolved into Rito, because they couldn't handle salt water.
I'm just wondering how the hell the Rito and the Zora can coexist in Breath of the Wild portion of the timeline. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom implies there's multiple Zora kingdoms, so maybe there are some saltwater ones out there.
Yeah.
so good on Sidon. I'm happy for him.
I know, right? When I got to Zora's Domain and learned what was going on, I was so happy for him.
And
Also,
when nothing horrible happened to make the good thing bad, I was even happier.
yeah. Also, I love the fact that they took, what was it, Shatterbreak Point?
I think so.
Where the Lionel used to be, they turned it into a memorial for Mipha.
My Link spent a good day or two just kind of letting his emotions out there.
I get real sentimental whenever I go to that statue. I see what I did in Breath of the Wild and in Tears of the Kingdom is that once I get the full Zora armor set, I immediately go to the dye shop and dye it red. Like in honor of Mipha.
Yeah, I can understand why. Like, this gets even worse if you consider the Japanese version of the game and how they handled the quest diary.
Right.
So, for those who don't immediately know, in the Japanese version of Breath of the Wild, and I'm assuming this carries over into Tears of the Kingdom, the quest log was basically Link's personal diary, where it was, in the Japanese version, written from his perspective. And spoiler alert for Breath of the Wild's Japanese version, but we learned that the feelings Mipha had for Link were mutual. She is very important to him, and it's implied he too has that kind of romantic interest in her. He uses that kind of language.
Now, I'm okay with that, but at the same time, I still also ship Link and Zelda because I feel like when you look at the memories in Breath of the Wild, when you look at all the memories, you can definitely see that at a certain point they were essentially just co-workers, but over time they did grow to care about each other. Now, I don't know if it would be romantic for Link at that moment, but
if I recall, in the diary, he never really refers to Zelda in romantic terms, but he does refer to her in high regard. Like, he does find her important enough to go, I hope I don't disappoint her.
And on Zelda's side, it is very clear that she does in fact have feelings for him, because
the hilarity is, there's a what if out there. What if Mipha had 10 more seconds to finish her sentence?
Oh, it would have been the calamity would have been, oh, it'd be a very different timeline.
The champion would still very likely be dead, but at the very least, the calamity would have been taken out much earlier.
But yeah, I still ship Link and Zelda, because I feel like over time, like they did grow closer. Link's feelings may not be romantic at that point in time because of Mipha, but Zelda's feelings were definitely growing on the more romantic side. it also,
one of her powers to begin with.
yeah, like even Cass's song, which I am upset that Cass is not in the game. Fuck.
Well, think of it this way: he's out there finding new songs.
Apparently, he is mentioned by name, by another character who, like, says that Cass is like his mentor or something like that. So I'm happy with that.
Who knows? Maybe Cass is off finding Termina right now.
Dude. But like Cass's song like heavily implies that the reason Zelda was able to awaken to her powers is because she realized her feelings for Link.
Which again led people to the what if Mipha had 10 more seconds to finish her sentence.
Yes. And now as of Tears of the Kingdom, I don't know what their relationship is like. Not one damn clue.
I figure if there was a time to ship them together, it would be around Tears of the Kingdom because they'd have had a few years to kind of rekindle anything they might have had.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, even after recovering Link's memories in Breath of the Wild, you gotta imagine, for someone who just woke up with amnesia and recovering memories like that, it almost must feel like an out-of-body experience. You recognize these are real memories, but it doesn't feel like you lived them.
And also take in the fact that Link has to grieve for Mipha all over again. If he even had a chance to grieve in the first place.
I doubt it. Like, one thing Link has made abundantly clear is that his line of work didn't give him very many chances to just process what he was feeling, so oftentimes he had to shove it to the back of his mind, along with keeping his yap shut, so he could focus on what needed to be done.
Well, at the moment, at the moment, like, the castle had been taken, the champions were killed, like, the only thing Link could do was focus on keeping Zelda safe.
And even then, it basically cost him his life.
Yep.
At least until they got him to the Shrine of Cheating. I mean, the Shrine of Resurrection.
Which, I went back to that. The Shrine of Resurrection, and it looks like it's caved in, so you can't go there anymore.
I've seen some videos on this. The weird thing is, the water in the cave still heals you.
Huh.
Also, if you do manage to find your way in there, if you haven't already found them, there's some Yiga clan morons hiding in there with a banana trap for Link.
Yeah, I am aware.
I can't wait to finish that Yiga clan outfit just to mess with them. Because evidently, if you go into that cave and attempt to trigger that trap while wearing the full Yiga clan garb and thus fooling the Yiga around you, it just leads to this hilarious cycle of fooling them into like getting upset. Hey, those are not even your bananas. If anything, they're my bananas, and just the tribe of monkeys, I tell ya.
So I'm trying to find a map for this level, and it's not easy, let me tell you. Because all I'm getting is freaking Wolfenstein. Like the OG Wolfenstein. So...
As far as we know, they basically just reskinned the original.
Alright, let me see if...
Also, I'm fairly certain that Link's opinion on Rivali was something along the lines of, what's his problem?
Yeah, probably.
As it turns out, that Rito is incredibly jealous. He wants to be the sole hero, the one who slays the evil and gets all the praise and adoration. And he can't stomach how someone else has to do it.
Alright.
That guy, for whatever reason, reminded me of Daffy Duck and the kind of superiority complex they give him.
Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Alright, let's see here.
Like, I'm being honest here, that's what it felt like to me. The jealousy, the ego, the constantly needing to tear others down to make himself feel better.
Holy shit, this is just a reskin of the Wolfenstein maps.
Told ya. Like, the original game itself already did most of the work, so why put it any more than you have to?
Fair enough.
Like, game development ain't easy. Reuse assets where you can.
Ah, alright, got that one. Alright, go all the way down. Take a left.
I'm hearing my cat's meowing from all the way downstairs. Somebody wants something. appears Webb was gonna mention something about Twilight Princess. What about it? So, a while back, I found a Transformer for relatively cheap on Amazon, and I am beginning to understand why.
Uh-oh.
The character was Road Rage, who uses the Kingdom Tracks mold. I imagine she's as cheap as she is because there's not really much demand for this character, especially not with this mold. Because, like, I've heard that the Kingdom Tracks mold has some issues.
I didn't have any issues with it when I was.
With its legs. I figure if I ever end up getting Legacy Evolution Crosscut, I'm gonna have to figure out when and how I'm going to get Pet Road Rage. Because Road Rage was supposed to be Crosscut's bodyguard. So I figure get the Autobot diplomat and his politician and his bodyguard at the same time.
I am missing a key.
One thing I'd actually be interested in seeing recolor-wise if they ever did a Legacy Evolution Armada Siege Jetfire. Redo the entire thing as Space Warp.
Huh.
Space Warp was a character made for the Ask Vector Prime stuff going on way back in the day.
Okay.
They digitally reused an intended Astro Train repaint of the Armada Jetfire mold in order to make Space Warp there. She allies Decepticon, but really she's just more of an adventurous drifter than anything else. More of a Decepticon space pirate.
Got it.
So it's like, imagine if you will, they do a Commander class Nemesis Prime out of the Armada Optimus, and likewise, as Jetfire was released, they released Space Warp to be his buddy.
Okay.
I think it honestly would be kind of neat. Like, I already wanted to see Nemesis Prime in super mode because we know he had a trailer. Even if it only existed in a couple shots. And now we have Jetfire in Astro Train's colors, more or less. So imagine the combined Jet Optimus in that kind of color scheme.
That'd be cool.
The black and the teal, along with the gray and the purple. Like, this needs to be a thing. I'm a little upset that they went with the later Armada Bendy Prime instead of the one with the super mode trailer for the Nemesis Prime figure. Especially considering they were recoloring freaking Beast Wars Transmetal toys to fill out the line because they were running out of figures to use. So why didn't they make a second Nemesis Prime that could transform into its super mode?
I don't know.
Like, they were talking with Aaron Archer, and he basically outright admitted, when we were doing the Beast Wars stuff in Armada, we were running out of things to fill out the line. So we were just making easy recolors. Like, recoloring the Armada Optimus with his super mode and everything into Nemesis Prime would likely have been even easier because then you don't even have to replace any of the parts with new quote-unquote dead mini-con ports. And yes, they actually have a distinction. If a mini-con can plug into the thing and not activate a gimmick, it's a dead port. If it does activate a gimmick, it's a live port.
Okay.
I don't know if Optimus recolors that should have happened in some form or another. There's one thing the anime Transformers Armada did that I'm still kind of confused about. When they revived Optimus from the dead through the power of the mini-cons, why did he come back in his original color scheme?
Good question.
That would have been the ideal time to introduce the Power Links colors and show, yeah, Optimus came back stronger than ever. It gives you more
Stronger
time
than before.
Like, it gives you more time to sell the Power Links colors. It's honestly not all that much of a change in animation model. You're just flipping the colors around. And you may or may not also be able to recolor Jetfire.
What's going on, Captain?
So I'm done with Wolfenstein. That was starting to make my eyes hurt. Any records that we pick up during a mission end up here in this little music area. Also, there's a portrait of the math lady from the last game. I didn't notice that. And over here are all the pieces of gold we picked up.
There is one thing I actually want to see done more often when it comes to when a Transformers cartoon decides to kill off. Kill off Optimus.
Smelled a foul stench. I thought Voldo told you when you were working in the hangar, my friend.
No. Voldo was silent as a mouse.
Show us Megatron's
I
perspective.
tried telling him the story of how I survived the Normandy massacre, but I might as well have been talking to a brick wall.
The corridor is next to section 66. We sealed the section off.
In Transformers Armada especially, Megatron had one of the most interesting reactions to Optimus Prime dying we've ever seen in a Transformers cartoon.
What did I miss?
Latia's talking about Transformers.
In Transformers Armada, there's an episode where Optimus Prime sacrifices himself, basically dying to stop a massive super weapon, spoiler alert, from destroying the Earth.
Hold on, Latios. Are you okay, Taro?
I'm fine. That's sore. Haven't gone downstairs to get a drink yet.
Anya
And
gave
no,
me this
I won't
workstation,
get one right
so I
now,
would not
babe.
be completely useless, as she said. But it was broken in the attack. Herr Bombate here said that he could fix my problem. So kind of him, yeah?
Something about Zeo then now?
Because I said stronger than before, and Webb followed it up.
Hey. Not Webb.
Oh no, that was Taro. I'm sorry.
How dare.
Look, her name is in orange, your name is in red. And I've just been playing a Atari 2600 game.
More like a Nintendo Entertainment System game. Give it some credit.
Either way, my eyes are a little fucked.
So as I was saying, Optimus ends up dying to stop this weapon, the Hydra Cannon, from destroying the Autobot base and possibly the Earth as well. He stays dead for about 3-4 episodes, as the Autobots are now preparing to go to Cybertron and confront the Decepticons with or without Optimus. Because the Decepticons currently have more or less all the Minicons. The MacGuffin they were fighting over this entire series. Optimus's personal Minicon, Sparkplug, who currently has been holding on to the Matrix of Leadership and refused to let go, starts to sense something and more or less starts summoning other Minicons to his aid. In the midst of a battle in space, Optimus Prime is revived and returns to life. And this is where my issue took place, beyond the fact that they revived an Optimus that likely should have just stayed dead. So, when they revived Armada Optimus Prime, they did so in his original color scheme, despite the fact that they were planning to recolor him into a new toy anyways. This recolor happens in, like, the second to last episode of the show, and only has one episode to really show its stuff. I liked this color scheme, by the way. So I'm just wondering, why didn't they just have him recolored in this scheme when he came back to life? They have the perfect excuse to. He just came back from the dead. Of course he'd be a little different. And that's more or less what I was just kind of getting through.
Hey, hello.
Still got the top score on the shooting range. Now let's try the kill house.
Yeah. Yeah, we covered Twilight Princess. I figured it was worth a discussion of darker Zelda games to mention Twilight Princess, which was dark in both the meta sense of a darker story and in the literal sense. I played the game on the Wii for a little while, and it was darn near impossible to see. If there were any brightness settings I could have meddled with, I never found them.
Hmm. I've got the second highest rank for the kill house, but I don't think I'll ever top Shoshana, who has 23 seconds. Yeah, no way I'm topping that.
Hey, man. Good to have new blood on board, Captain. Strength in numbers, yeah?
William, the twins are kicking again. I think they can sense when you're near.
Okay. Planets and Power Rangers you want to see explored more.
Just you and me?
I'll go first. I'd like to see them explore Sentai 6, Triforia, and Eltar.
The belly kicking has gotten stronger since you woke up, William. I think they're excited to meet you.
Yeah, I can agree with that. With that.
Maybe also go back to Edenoi for a little while.
Keep away. What she needs, you can't provide. You happy now, pig?
At the end of Once and Always, when Billy mentioned Miranoi, part of me's going, why didn't you just mention Edenoi instead? Yeah, Miranoi is the Power Rangers reference, but Edenoi would be an even deeper cut reference.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Pleasure, Captain Blazkowicz.
I can't even say it makes no sense because of Alpha's origins being there, because Alpha's an Alpha unit at least has been to Miranoi.
Going fishing for that nuclear warhead now.
Yeah.
Got it. Keep me posted.
Well, we're back to Section F.
Subsection U.
The damp heat, the maddening itch. How did you endure it so gracefully? It's fitted so tight I struggle to breathe. Yet inside, Caroline, you left a vacuum too great to fill. But your suit and the cause.
So
all
Disney's
that
got a
keeps me
few
upright.
aliens
And
you
I,
could work with outside of the obvious Lilo and Stitch series. If you could have any one species of Disney alien for your Omnitrix, what would it be?
I don't know.
Because for me, I'm caught between Pangeans and I know what Booster species is called. I know what it is. It's just not
Got a
coming
heads
to me
up
at
for
the
you.
moment.
Looking at the
Joe
engineering
Adams.
map, there seems to be a defense system guarding the nuclear warhead stockpile. I
They're
count
from the planet Joe They're Joe Adams.
hibernation sarcophagi in the vicinity. Be ready for anything. Grace out.
can't see shit. Need some light in here.
Oh shit.
Figures.
Hello.
I was just going over, like, excluding the obvious Lilo and Stitch series, there's a bunch of Disney aliens you could pick from to add to your personal Omnitrix. What would you go with? For me, I narrowed it down to Joad, the planet Booster came from, and Tanzeans for their psychic / ghostly powers.
Honestly, not sure.
And if you still copy, this is the conclusion I've reached. Whatever happens, she can't know she'll be rearing our
Is
babies
it just
alone.
Disney characters or
It's my
is
burden
it
to
more?
bear. Until it's
For now, I'm limiting it to just Disney.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
If you have a suggestion that's not Disney, I'll still hear it, though. Yeah, I think we got one right there.
Already?
Yep.
I mean, there's already a xenomorph in there. Why not?
Hecking dibs.
Well, at least it's mine.
Kidding. Nah, I I don't even need the Omnitrix to one up that, actually. I just need the Predator Killer.
You mean the Xenomorph?
No, the Predator Killer. Like, there's this big suit of armor that is designed specifically to kill predators.
Where was this?
It was in one of the movies. Like, okay.
If it was in the one that had the autistic kid, we don't talk about that movie.
Why not? It was good.
It was not. That's the point.
Let nothing show, Caroline. This dying is making me a liar.
Nodding in blissful ignorance.
Don't worry about it, Latios.
Yet again, blissful ignorance. I don't want to know.
Okay, I'll give you that couple of unfortunate events in that movie could have been avoided.
They freaking reworked the entire reason the predator species does their hunt.
You know what?
How do you guys do better? Have Gamera in there.
Yo! I am all for that!
Giant alien kaiju turtle.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Question is, can you speak as that alien though? Like, I know Wildmutt isn't able to talk, but still.
If Gamera can't talk, I couldn't talk as Gamera, for instance.
Technically, in the Heisei series, Gamera could communicate to children that were attuned to him through these little beads. But it wasn't like traditional communication. It was more like they could feel what Gamera felt.
It was more of a telepathic connection then.
Yes.
I'm still gonna lean to the side of I doubt.
And again, that's only in the Heisei series.
Now, to be fair, plumber badges and the Omnitrix itself have universal translators built into them to make communicating with aliens that much easier. So I don't know if those would have a translation for Gamera as miscellaneous prize.
Careful, Shimshin, it's not the Satsuki. I mean,
Just go ask
okay?
Doctor Who.
Let me look at you. A little pale.
Let you step inside Tyrannus.
Any fever?
I'm fine. Never better.
Never better. Well, I need to take care of this. You need to rest.
The Ben 10 series has its own version of the Doctor, or have you forgotten Paradox?
Do me a favor. Before you die,
Hell
go
yeah.
to Grace. She's at the
I
helm.
was making
Caroline's
more of a
over.
reference to the TARDIS because once you step inside, you're able to talk all languages, even aliens.
Oh yeah. It creates a universal translator for you.
Like, you can step inside
Peace.
once, and you'll
Yeah, nice
instantly know any and every human and alien language.
What's up, Hattie?
I'm almost tempted to make Paradox and the Doctor one and the same by having him address, oh yeah, I tried traveling in a phone box once. Lost it somewhere. Then I figure that might be disrespectful to the Doctor Who fans who want the Doctor to keep her police box, so nah.
I mean, there's been plenty of times where the Doctor's lost the police box and had to use another form of time travel equipment. So
I mean, let's not forget. Let's not forget the introduction of the Weeping Angels.
what are
Haven't seen it.
what are vortex manipulators?
I'm saying I don't want to do something that would piss off the Doctor Who fans because I haven't really watched the show.
Greetings. Sometimes I think of Cosmo, my dog.
I would say you would like it, but at the same time, it would probably hurt your head.
While my family was watching, but I've never really seen a full episode myself.
Like I said, I would say that you would like it, but at the same time, it would probably hurt your head too.
So do a lot of things I end up liking. So
fair enough.
I mean, just ask the Zelda timeline. Or for that matter, the Transformer multiverse. So huge that they actually have an official way of coding specific universes. They have official notations for each timeline.
I still remember that one comic when the Ghostbusters and Transformers teamed up.
That's its own universe.
I don't care.
I know, but I'm always thinking back to that one version of Gopher that was actually a Transformer.
Because I'm fucking dying. The longer we keep pretending it won't happen, the harder it's gonna be.
Yeah. Cybertron got destroyed because Starscream's a coward with an ego to match.
Don't act like you know things you can't possibly know.
Megatron actually had it right to just keep your mind blank and not imagine anything when told to imagine the form of your destroyer. And then Starscream's ego had to screw it up for everybody.
The helicopter is spinning up in the hangar, and we'll get you as far as Galveston, but from there, baby, you're gonna have to improvise.
So,
Dynamite, boss.
since you brought up Transformer crossovers with stuff like the Ghostbusters,
Blazkowicz, head on up to the hangar and make sure that Haas 1 is mission ready, all right?
Bear knows exactly where I'm going. My Little Pony crossover.
Oh gosh.
Two of them. One being a sequel to the other. We have learned that equestrian magic does not play nice with Cybertronian technology.
Then don't give up, will you?
Until it wants to.
Because I will never, ever give up on you. No matter what. Come with me to the showers.
Like,
we'll take this thing off.
combining the two forces has produced severely unpredictable results. To the degree where, after the end of the second comic, Optimus and Megatron both agreed to Equestria as neutral territory and treat it like essentially McAdam's old oil house. Bots from both sides can come and go, trade there as they please, and should one decide to leave either side and live in peace, go ahead, live on Equestria, see what happens.
Captain.
That second issue also, that second comic, also left us with one heck of a cliffhanger. As it turns out, the events of both crossovers were being observed by the Quintessons.
That's nice.
And IDW lost the Transformer license before it could produce a third crossover.
Okay, I gotta go take my afternoon meds. I will be right back.
So, an interesting thing that was established in these MLP crossover comics is that Equestria is not Earth. In the first batch of stuff where the Transformers are brought to the Pony World, some of them came from Earth. And some of the characters in the Pony World were sent to Earth. So we know that the ponies themselves are basically alien life forms. which means they're fodder for the Omnitrix. So in my personal lineup, I just have an Alicorn transformation as my 10th selection. Think horn and wings, power of a demigod. And therein is effectively my Alien X. So beyond the Predator stuff, what else would you have in your own personal Omnitrix if you had the choice?
Predator. Gotta say, I wanna say. Of course. Honestly, I actually don't know. I'm starting to draw blanks.
I'm just gonna use the actual Ben 10 names for these aliens, but suffice to say, in my universe, I renamed them because I am not Ben.
Fair.
So my first lineup, off the top of my head, consisted of Heat Blast, though I might change it to Swamp Fire now for this reboot. There was Heat Blast. My second transformation was the Xenomorph, which I named Stalker. My third transformation was Gray Matter, whom I named High Q. It was an intentional reference to Optimus Prime's Power Master back in the day, who was a brilliant Nebulon scientist who went by the codename High Q when he became a Transformer himself. Transformation 4, I called it Dreamweaver. This was Pesky Dust. Sleep Pixie, more or less. Fifth transformation, we got Diamond Head, whom I called Jawbreaker. Of the remaining 4, we have... Bear in mind, none of these have actually... Okay, one of which had transformed. After her Jawbreaker, we got what I call Double Floof, which is the Jumba Experiment transformation. Obtains in the Omnitrix by accidentally scanning Stitch and Angel at the same time. It combines their DNA and powers into a single entity. After that, we have... I call it Phantomoth, that's Big Chill. There's a Tamaranian transformation, whom I was gonna name Skyfire. I couldn't dare leave out Wrath, so I have him in there under the name Rage. R-A-Y-J, rage. Because proper literacy is for people who aren't constantly angry. I think we're at 8. I'm counting again off my head. Yeah, we're at 9. The last one is the aforementioned alicorn transformation.
I think.
The first alien for the second playlist is gonna be Cannonballs.
I'm
you
back.
missed it. Went through the full first playlist.
Playlist of what?
A group of 10 aliens in the Omnitrix is called a playlist.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
To recap, using the original names as much as possible instead of mine just to get it out faster. Heat Blast, Stalker, Gray Matter, Diamond Head, Pesky Dust.
Safe, Barbara. That's what matters. Don't you worry.
Reminds me when the bomb fell.
Then there was Double Fluve, Big Chill, the Tamarian Transformation, whom I've named Skyfire, Wrath, aka Rage, and the Pony Transformation. That's 10.
Okay.
The start of playlist 2 would start with Cannonballs. Because Cannonballs, more or less. I just wanted to have him show up somewhere.
Fair enough.
Kind of sad that during the original run of Ben 10, Cannonbolt didn't get the Diamond Head treatment. Diamond Head came from a planet that effectively went extinct. So did Cannonbolt. In Ultimate Alien
should let Grace know.
/ Alien Force, I forget which one, in one of the UAF seasons, the Petrosapien planet, Diamond Head's homeworld, was effectively repopulated through the Omnitrix and Chromostone.
I remember that.
What's up, man?
Cannonbolt never got that.
Unfortunate.
All set. Helicopter's good to go.
I like to think that at the end of Omniverse, when Ben decided to go on a galactic road trip with Brooke, Gwen, and Kevin, he eventually did make a new homeworld for her cannibal species and bring them back from the brink of extinction.
Christ's sake! Why wasn't anyone watching it?
Fergus, everyone is busy. No time for babysitting.
Well, lock him up with a pig then. What's the problem? Favorite shirt. Fuck, Max.
Fergus, it's only a shirt.
No, it's not just a fucking shirt. I got this shirt at Kinloss. It's the only one I have.
All right, y'all. Drop whatever the fuck you're doing. Because we got some hell to raise. Hey, Englishman. You got nukes trucks on this ship. Did you know that?
Oh, is that why it only took one of them to level Deadset's entire fucking compound? You figured that out, oh great genius.
Now, there was a thought that crossed my mind while I was recapping that list the first time for Taro. I might actually swap out Heat Blast for Swamp Fire.
Just go around dropping bombs on random civilians, you dim-witted bambot.
Oh, eat me, cocksucker.
Say that again?
I was considering swapping Heat Blast out for Swamp Fire.
Ah.
No. I would say you most resemble a skitter-drucket cunt rag, emitting a heinous honking similar to that of a shite-spewing volcano, affronting the senses at full force.
Well, at least my face isn't a dead ringer for a massive prolapsed rectum. I want to blow a gut just looking at your bleary-eyed jive ass. Know what I'm saying?
The reason we haven't used one of the other atom bombs, which would be obvious to anyone who isn't profoundly idiotic, is we need a proper target first.
Well, I'm here to say that I got a proper target. And it's a fucking good one, too. So sit your clown ass down, you dumb fuck Scottish motherfucker.
Fair enough.
Check it out. I sent Special ahead to his hometown of Roswell, New Mexico to prep for the mission.
So I was thinking, like, what about you guys? What would your Omnis missions look like as far as, your first playlist?
There would definitely be a way big.
This is one of yours.
What do you mean? One of yours?
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know? So you
Alrighty, he got way big.
No. What the fuck is she even doing here?
Grace, why? She's good people.
She's a fucking Nazi. On your boat. What were you saying, Pops?
Now, one thing I wanted to make abundantly clear, you guys are not limited to just Aliens for Ben 10, and I'm not going to put any restrictions on outside media either.
Okay. Well, a predator, for sure.
I will fight you.
It contained technology related to anti-gravity research.
All our Omnitrices are connected to Primus, so we've all got the same DNA samples.
Too late. America fell. The Nazis.
It's just a matter of how you arrange the playlist.
Shit, that's not gonna sit well with Special.
There's like 1,903,000 samples in there right now, give or take.
That we know of.
Hey, that's where the top brass clad tales of the Nazi war machine reside.
Yeah, well, the Nazis moved it into your safe keep set. So whatever it is so important that the whole upper echelon of the Nazi leadership left
I was
Berlin
repeating after you that we know of.
No, Saiyan, as in the Dragon Ball.
Ah,
we're gonna take out the Uber Commando, cripple the Nazi leadership, and destabilize the fucking country and let the people know that the fight
I'll be honest,
is back on.
I was considering that or Kryptonian before I eventually settled on putting a Tamaranian in my playlist.
Roswell is out of helicopter range, so we'll drop you off by the coast near
I basically sealed the deal when I found out that Tamaranian evolved from cat.
at Papa Joe's All-American Diner and plant the nuke inside the very heart of the Ober Commando. Then, you blow that shit the fuck up.
So we're going to Roswell, New Mexico.
Road trip!
Okay, Blazkowicz, look for Papa Joe's All-American Diner. Meet Super Special inside the restaurant. Do not break cover.
So, Americans, are you going to the concert tonight?
Oh, Jeb here is. He's a big fan of DK for Ain't Jeb.
Music makes me happy. What's wrong with that, Wayne? Nothing wrong with that, Jeb.
I like your style, Americans. Very good. You're part of the Reich now. Subject of the great Führer. I hope for your sake you consider the Reich and all its glorious people your own.
Yes, of course, sir.
Let me give you some free advice. You are witnessing a new dawn for America. You have a choice in this new world, because the time will come when, how do you say, the wheat detaches from the chaff. Have you
I
taken your
think I'm
German lessons? Oh, yes, sir.
gonna get
Good.
going.
You.
Is that
How do you
what
say
I
thank you in
think it
German?
is?
Yes.
Oh, of course, sir. Let me see. It's
Set him
Dank.
set
Dank.
them both on
Yes,
fire.
privet.
Set them all on fire.
Well,
Burn everything.
I do have a nuclear bomb in this fire
No, that
fire
was terrible.
extinguisher.
You're butchering my beautiful language. It's danke schön, verdammt. Say it.
Danke schön?
Incorrect. Danke schön.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going. See you later.
I've heard enough. No more.
I'm so sorry, sir. I'll
See you
still
guys.
practice.
You will practice
I mean,
hard.
we'll
Oh,
see you,
will, sir.
Taro.
I am so sorry.
I do find that interaction hilarious because. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. I find that interaction hilarious because, like, they're still incompetent. They're incompetent assholes. And they always will be, no matter the timeline.
Buy a newspaper? I got today's news for you right here, mister. Only one Reichsmark. Say, mister, you look familiar to me. Are you some kind of celebrity?
Look at you people. Celebrating your own destruction.
I'm so happy you Germans brought some culture to this country. Nachner? Did I pronounce that right? You really must
You know what the sad thing is? My brain just conjured this right out of nowhere. If there were a Transformers Armada version of Elita 1, her partner Minicon I would name Spike.
Nah.
We're Shreklich, like you would say, right?
Because Optimus has Sparkplug.
Good, Fräulein. I see great potential in you.
Like, Elitas would either be Spike or Chip.
You flatter me, Captain.
My lady deserving of flattery, Fräulein.
If the Minicon turned into some kind of computer thing, then I'd go with Chip, because microchip.
Tolerate that awful band, Die Kaffir. Those boys are Englishmen pretending to be German. I even stopped listening to Mozart when I heard he's not German at all, but some kind of
And it's like, I'm still trying to figure out where in my brain this came from.
That the Führer himself is Austrian by birth, and so is my grandmother.
I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to.
To insult the Führerland. It's outrageous.
I really didn't mean to.
Be quiet, Fräulein. Your name, Hooked to my superiors.
Please, no.
You will be carefully monitored from now on. Do not step out of line again, or you will face grave consequences.
I'm just wondering how Russia's doing in his alternate universe.
Probably not as well.
And they were already up a creek to begin with in our timeline.
We haven't decided on a date yet, but soon. You're invited, of course, Auntie.
Oh, that's nice, dear. Give my regards to your father when you return to the farm. Oh, and tell him I'm putting some hardworking slaves up for auction this week if he's interested. There'll be cocktails.
Of course the Nazis would bring slavery back.
And now I'm just wondering, if we brought the Fallout universe in here, would Liberty Prime even know the difference between a communist and a Nazi?
Probably not.
Or just not care?
American Diner. My kind of dive.
I'm pretty sure Liberty Prime would just go, "You are a threat to liberty."
Was hast du heute gelernt, Peter? I don't know. Stuff? Practice your German, dear. You'll need it.
You are a danger to truth, justice, and the American way. We must destroy you now.
Der Führer ist ein großer Autor und Maler. Sehr gut, mein Junge. Bobby told me that the Führer painted the Mona Lisa, and that he made the atom bomb. And then he put my head in the toilet and flushed it. That's awful. Someone should teach young Bobby some manners. You can bet your behind his mother won't do it. I want you to promise me you'll stay away from him. Are you listening to me, Peter? Now, pick something from the menu. Wish the secret police hadn't taken away the help. When will we ever get home-cooked meals again? Mom, can I have the chili? Sure can. Yes. If we ever get service in this godforsaken place.
Hold your horses. Oh, hello there, sir. Please, have a seat at the counter. I'll be right with you. Ma'am, what'll it be? We're about to close, unfortunately.
It's to go. We'll be quick. Let's see. I'll have the...
Blazkowicz. Speshy knows you're coming to attack the Oberkommando, but he has no idea you bringing a damn atom bomb. You gotta break him the news.
Come on, Peter. Let's go someplace else. But, Mom, no buts.
Oh! Bitte schön. Good day, ma'am.
You, one strawberry milkshake, please.
50s era looking America,
You don't have a fire
atom
back there to
bombs.
put out.
Sure is getting very far in here.
Come back another time.
I'm sure the fire can wait, Commandant. One strawberry milkshake coming right up.
Fireman, I recognize your face.
Gee, I wonder why.
Aryan face it is too. Are you out of Station 1?
There you go, Commandant.
Oh, vielen Dank. Now you, show me your identification papers. I love strawberry milkshake. It's perhaps my favorite American thing. So simple. Just milk and ice cream. The rest of the menu, however, I think you will need to address. I think it needs to be more German. Yes! Tell me, are you from here, John Smith? Huh? I read here that you operate out of Station 6. What is the location of Station 6? I'm unfamiliar with this station. Speak up.
Kommandant, Sie werden vom Oberkommando verlangt.
War das nicht Zeit? Trink gerade noch meine Erdbeermilch.
Leider nicht, Kommandant. Das Oberkommando verlangt, Sie umgehend zu sehen.
In Ordnung, ich komme schon. Mm. Mm.
I'm instantly wary of that call and what has happened.
Blazkowicz, shut the fucking front door! Blazkowicz, before any more goddamn Nazis show for milkshakes!
Not that I don't trust you, Blazkowicz. There's nothing saying you couldn't be wearing a mask made to look like William J. Blazkowicz to hide your alien space lizard facial traits. So, I need the password that Grace gave you.
She didn't give me one.
Right. Off with the mask. Show me your lizard face, motherfucker.
Super Special, lower your weapon before I break your arm or put your lights out.
I knew it was you, Terror Billy. I was just fucking with you. Come, follow me. So, welcome to Mission Control. I haven't had much of a chance to clean up around here. I'm sorry about that. It's, good stuff. This shit right here. It keeps the signals from getting through. Very effective against alien mind reading devices. How's Grace? Good. Baby Abby? Fine as cream gravy.
At this point, it wouldn't surprise me if there were aliens in this universe, considering, you know, Mars and the Hell Portal.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing down here, Super Special?
This place?
Also, in the old Blood, like there was a monster underneath
Been more than a decade now. Summer of '47. I was the same year.
underneath that one German
I quit
town.
working as a lawyer. In the year I joined the Black Revolutionary Front after I got Grace acquitted.
Like, I wouldn't count aliens out of this universe just yet.
I trumped up against her. Anyway, one night, Papa heard something on the police frequency, and he brought me up north to Murphy's Ranch, where we found this flying saucer-like thing that crashed into the ground. And wouldn't you know it, the U.S. motherfucking military swooped in and quarantined off the entire purview. Gave us some kind of bullshit story about a weather balloon. They were lying out of their asses because we made off with some actual hard evidence. Here, take a look at this. Huh? Pulled that baby right out of the crash site. Now, does that look like something that came off a weather balloon? This place is where we kept the records and started surveilling what the military's up to. Papa built most of it.
So you reckon what you saw was a spaceship?
I'm not saying it's a flying saucer from outer space, but it was clearly extraterrestrial in origin, if you catch my drift. It's all fucking connected, man. If you trace the chain of causation, you find yourself in a secret underground facility about 10 clicks east of Roswell, up by Bottomless Lakes, Area 52. Our government captured an alien flying saucer, and they stored the salvaged bodies and technology in an underground vault. Everyone was involved. The FBI pigs, the military pigs, even the goddamn King President Pig himself. Check this shit out. Right? Area 52, Area 51, over here, Area 48, Area 56, all over the Southwest. Nevada, New Mexico. It's one gigantic complex, and it's connected by underground train tunnels. Look at the pictures. Plasma guns, mind control, anti-gravity engines. And after our coward-ass government surrendered to the fucking Nazi pigs, our new masters took over all these bases, and they kept doing their own experiments to further their own fascist agenda. Look at this. This whole thing is the Area 52 military compound. Up here, it's the Nazi head honchos installed the fucking Oberkommando. But down here below, is a cavernous vault full of all kinds of weird-ass technology, alien shit. It's all down there. Now, I haven't seen it myself, but it's there.
Well, whatever it is, it ain't Martian.
Okay, all right. Nobody knows for sure exactly what kind of technology we're dealing with, but it's most likely space alien-based.
It ain't space aliens. I talked
How the fuck do you know? Are you some kind of expert on all things extraterrestrial now? Look, I've been a lawyer a long fucking time, and I know a motherfucking conspiracy when I see one. Now, okay, I'm not saying it's space aliens, right? But it goes without saying it's fucking space aliens.
So, I got a nuke in this here fire extinguisher.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, there were plenty of people in Germany, particularly the angry mustache man himself, who believed in alien artifacts and trying to weaponize them.
Commando, you get me in there, I will use this nuke to
Yeah.
The History Channel would let you believe.
Thing is, though,
Yes.
it's not. At least in this case, it's not it's not aliens. It's actually the
Papa dug these tunnels to the
the
underground
secret
train system that connects all the
organization
top-secret
that
military
Set
bases.
was a part of.
This tunnel goes right to Area 52
The
cargo train loading.
Dardat Yacht. I probably butchered that.
You should put
Um,
nuke in this backpack.
because that little thing that he showed Blazkowicz, that is Dardat Yacht technology.
Lots of Nazis down there. And other things. Now, I'll keep in touch on the radio. Help you out. Hey, Stay frosty, Blazkowicz.
Still with all this alien conspiracy stuff, still is getting very much fallout in here. Lest we forget the Zatans.
Keep going down that tunnel, and you'll end up at the Area 52 cargo train loading depot. Fastest way to Area 52 will be to hitch a ride on one of those cargo trains.
I still remember hijacking one of their ships and fighting another ship with it.
Caroline, you still copy? You think they can see I'm
That
fading?
DLC is fucking great.
Without your wings, I would fall.
Yeah. And if you had Wild Wasteland on in New Vegas, you could encounter a couple of them.
I always had Wild Wasteland on. I never played New Vegas without it.
Same.
Kein Verständnis für Terroristen. Wie können sie Gewalt gegen uns bepreisen, nur weil wir andere an...
Oh, there goes stealth.
You say that like it's any big law.
I mean, it's not. I was hoping to be at least a little stealthy. But stealth just really isn't my forte. I remember the first time I played this game, I actually started to feel bad for a handful of the Nazis. Mostly because like I just found a letter of like a sister talking like talking to her brother about how he had saved her and their mother from their abusive father. I'm just like, I probably killed this guy. I kind of feel a little bad.
A reminder that even with these, there's still humans out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Rocket engine is on the tracks. Get inside and fire her up, old man. All right, we're on the move. Gotta head up front and grab the controls.
Oh, sweet, I got the shotgun. You know, I'm gonna try up. I'm gonna see what's above. Every time I try to be stealthy. Every time.
Stick this in your pipe and smoke it.
I love this giant ray gun because it essentially disintegrates anything I point
right up
at
in
it.
their filthy Nazi nerve center. The Oberkommando is situated at ground level directly above the cavernous vault with all that alien shit inside. You gotta haul your ass on up there, baby.
One switch. Wait. Is the only switch I need to hit? Okay.
That must be the dot you should safe keep Seth was talking about.
It's starting to feel less like Wolfenstein and more like Doom. Alright. Oh yeah, it's hitting 3 hours, isn't it? I'll, later, Latios. Alright, I think I will wrap off this little mission. I say little, but it's not little. I'll finish this, and then I will call it a day. Of course, the sun is pretty freaking bright this time of day. Well, it's technically evening right now. Or at least getting there. How's this?
the Nazis to leave the warhead alone once you planted it, right? But what you gotta do is place it in the Oberkommando's nuclear reactor. That way the Nazis won't be able to track its radiation signature. They won't find it, they won't disarm it.
I'm arming the warhead now. You may want to bug out of Roswell before this thing goes boom.
Far out, brother, far out. I have my guy at City Hall sound the tornado alarm, evacuate the whole town. Then look for an exit and get the hell out of the blast zone. I'm almost done clearing out mission control. Meet you at the rendezvous by Galveston. Done deal.
This certainly looks like something I'd do. I guess I'm not ending right away because this is important.
Hey, boy. My name's Billy. What's your name? My name's Billy, too, but my daddy says I'm not supposed to play with you. Why'd he say that? My daddy said that Negroes are a sickness on the community and a bad influence, dirty and thieves, and beggars and bums, and they don't know how to read or write, and that they're stinky and stupid and lazy and way too lazy to work an honest job. Well, my daddy did, but my mama say white folks is mean as all get out, and hating and resenting on account they used to keep all colors as slaves, and now they're not allowed no more. And that's why I can't use a good restroom at the fair, and the man in the store won't let me in so I can buy chewing gum or soda pop. What kind of chewing gum you like? Injun Scout. Red or yellow? Yellow. I hate the red ones. The red ones taste like puke. Yeah. What you got in that jar, Billy? Oh, it's nothing at all. It's for catching tadpoles. What you gonna do with tadpoles in that jar? Just go watch them swim. I feed them crumbs and carrots from the yard. Then they become pinky frogs. Well, I've seen tadpoles down the stream. Follow me and I'll show you. Okay. Come on.
Remember you showed me the ring, Mama? For when I met someone special? Well, I did. And it'll look right on her finger.
bucket now he can't get out. Look at that. He'll drown. Probably. Well, save him, Billy. He's drowning. It's just a rat. He's gross. He's eating our food and spreading germs, pooping in our cupboards. He's dying. He's dying, Billy. He's dead! Billy, look! Billy! Come back! You done did it, Billy. You saved his life. Oh, guy.
I think that moment. I think that's the moment.
19, 20 maybe. I was 9, maybe 10.
I think that's the moment that Blasco's moral compass took form. Well, as I said before, Billy's dad was not the best person. He was not a kind man.
This life is a hardship, Billy. It is long, and it is paved with heartbreak. You will be old before you reach road's end. Just remember, my boy, it will end better than it began.
Poor Bessie.
Billy? Yeah? Can I tell you a secret? Okay. Promise not to tell anyone? Yeah, okay. I'll whisper it.
two options. Either I pay good money for a new pocket watch, or you go down the well in the woods.
What's the goddamn ruckus?
Annie and Howie, they followed me. They pinned me down. They took my pocket knife.
What the hell is wrong with you? You let them take your property, they're gonna walk all over you till there's nothing left. Now, I gave you that pocket knife. It was in your care. It's your responsibility.
I will speak to their parents.
You will do no such thing, Sophia. Oh, you gonna let your mommy fight your battles for you, are you, boy? Now you go on out there and take back what's yours, and you are not setting foot in this house again until you do.
Of course, he sold out Frank because Frank called him out on his bullshit. And I'm not sure who Archibald is, but he probably also called Rip out on his bullshit.
Son, I have tried reasoning with you. I've tried smacking sense into you till the cows come home, and nothing is working. Every night you wake me up with these noises. No matter how many times I try to tell you there are no monsters in our basement.
Sorry, Daddy. At night, I see them. Clear as daylight. I'm coming to kill Mama.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. You take this.
Wow.
Now, you and I are going down into the basement, and any monsters that show up, we shoot them dead, right between their eyes. Sometimes the best way to fix a problem is to face it head on. You with me?
Probably only good.
Yes, Daddy.
Sophia, you in on this? You see him?
Probably the only good thing
Daddy.
Rip did as a
Monsters are
father.
gone.
Well, I reckon if you do no wrong, ain't no monster gonna come after you, son. You think we scared him off for good this time?
May I keep the gun?
Yeah, probably the only good thing Rip did as a father.
Place is gone to shit.
I ain't been down here in nary a decade. I own a 2,000-acre ranch up by Forney Lake now. I heard on the radio you've been sighted up near Roswell. I figured you might show up here.
Running in this house with bad memories.
So why'd you come? Need a place to hide? You need money?
All right.
Up the wrong tree, son. Far too late to come begging now.
Ain't nothing you can offer to make up for what you done to us. I think of my father, I see fuck you and a fist flying in my face.
When'd you ever do right by me? Disobedient, ungrateful, sense like a flat tire, and a mouth like a sewer. Oh, I saw where you was headed. I've been down that hole myself. And I guarantee you, I did all in my might to pull you out. What more do you want from me?
I wanted you to treat me like I mattered. Like I wasn't some piece of dog shit got stuck on your shoe.
I did my damnedest with you. The truth is, you were broke beyond fixing. What are you, some sort of super killer terror bomber now? You're on the wrong side, buddy. All them years, I was banging my head into the wall, coming to see that everyone was against me. And when the Nazis took over, things got a lot better. You play by their rules, you can do very well for yourself. Ask anyone around these parts, Blazkowicz is a name of renown and respect. Everything you touch turns to shit, and I do not need your stink on my name. Wanted murderer. Run off to the army as soon as you come of age. Broke your mother's heart.
Where is she?
She's gone.
When? What happened?
What happened is we had a big goddamn war, and now we got a new government with new rules. They took her. She gone. And what's that queer outfit you're wearing?
What do you mean they took her?
They rounded up all the Jews and the coloreds and the queers. This is a white man's world now. White man's got to keep it Christian.
You sold her out.
So what? Wife made a living bemoaning me and raised a boy into a murderer. Well, I always saw you for what you are. 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. On your knees.
Daddy, I'm your son.
Down on your fucking knees.
Was a time I was scared of you. Was a time I'd have pissed myself, had a gun pointed at my head. You know what I feel right now? Not a goddamn thing. Who'd you call?
I heard everything. Who in the hell'd you call?
She's here. Gotta disable these claws.
Fly rip. Alright, I think this is a good spot to end it. Thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92. I will be back tomorrow with Sly Cooper Raccoon Game. Thank you all for watching.